What is the worst minor injury? Splitting your lip from smiling because of winter. Splits open every time you move your mouth. Finally, a valid reason not to smile or talk to people. Happy crying face. Having an absurd amount of chapstick on your person at all times pays off sometimes. Get yo chapstick game up. Lived in Chicago for 16 years and dealt with it every winter. Haven't experienced it since I moved to Florida. When your eye gets raw from diarrhea, I believe that's called ring sting. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire. When you bite the side of your cheek and so it hurts to eat for like 3 days. And because it's a little swollen you bite it another 2 or 3 times over those days. Be a canker sore sufferer and that minor bite always turns into a goddamn 2-week event of extreme pain and suffering, with the only temporary reprieve being Oragel. And it makes that crunch sound when you peel the skin of the side of your finger a bit too much. Edit. Thank you for the award, kind stranger. F. This S can just F right off. I hate it so much. I'm sorry. Sometimes you chance a little peel and it's fine. Other times, before you know it, you've peeled half your skin off and that S stings for days. A slightly tweaked muscle under your shoulder blade. It does nothing except make nearly every movement hurt, especially turning your head. This has become a semi-regular experience for me. WTF. Muscles. What did I do to you? Since this seems to have attracted some good advice, I'd like you at that all the women in my family suffer from this. I'm a core training instructor, and rarely use a computer and don't own a desk. Burns on your tongue. Edit. I commented this while doing my work. Sleep and come back to the most amount of upvotes I've ever had. Thanks guys. Or the roof of your mouth just behind your teeth when you get too excited for hot pizza. Irritated taste bud. So tiny. So annoying. Edit. I had no idea this was so universally hated. I don't know the proper name. It's not a canker sore though. Those are different. And yes, I psych myself up and bite it off just to get it over with. Glad to know there are so many other freaks out there too. A pimple in your ear or nostril. Also above the upper lip where you have the mustache. 'Cause it's too sensitive and having to squeeze a pimple there will make my eyes water. Or a blind pimple. It does not surface, but it seems to be connected to every nerve in your body. And you can do nothing but wait for it to go away. Nostril seems worse. Often more difficult, if not impossible, to get to. Because I've been up all night with ear infections. Edit. Thank you all for your kind and sympathetic comments. It means a lot, especially since my parents always brush me off. Ear pain is a legitimate phobia for me and every time it happens I can't handle it. Cool to see I'm not overreacting much. Edit 2. It's not even an ear infection. It's apparently inflammation. It hurts like absolute heck. Sad face. Those are so painful. As a child, having your scooter smack into your ankle. That S burns. I felt the pain just reading that. A literal minor injury. Eating a chip and it stabbing you in the throat. Or when it stabs you in your gums between 2 teeth and you can't get it out. The worst. Me. Chips are the best. Chip. I'ma go down sideways. BIIIIIIIITTTTTTCCCCHHHH. Or a taco. Mouth ulcer. Yes. Are these the same as canker sores? I had these so many times when I had braces as a kid. Obviously a lot of people here have never experienced the mind-numbing pain spasm experienced when standing on an upturned UK plug. It's the adult version of stepping on a piece of Lego. My sister had plugged in an extension cord in her room with no back on it. I'm not sure which side is worse to stand on, but they both hurt like hell. On the plus side, I learned to repair plugs at like 12. Stepped on a flat plug and fell right down. So now I'm disabled. splinter under fingernail. No one talks about this. It is super scary and painful. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. I once got it since I scratched my nail on a wood platform. Dude, it was long thin wood stripe. I got it out and waited a month till it completely disappeared. It stung a lot. I had one that became inflected. It was horrible, and since there was no way to clear it out from under the nail, I was put on antibiotics. Thought they would have to remove the whole nail, but they didn't, and it cleared up fine. When you bite your nails and accidentally pull off more than you expected, exposing the sensitive skin underneath, the worst. Makes me cringe. I hate nails. Exclamation mark. I bite my nails a lot. This happens a lot. It sucks as much every time. Ankle sprain. No matter how it heals, it will always be weaker and more prone to damage. Edit. Thank you for the silver, my dude. Also, people will be like, why are you limping? It's just a sprain. Quote. Yup. And it can lead to more ankle sprains. Definitely a sprained ankle. Reading through this thread, nothing comes close to how painful and inconvenient getting a sprained ankle was for me. It took at least a month for me to walk at a normal pace again. That can really F you up. Where you hit your elbow on some kind of edge and your whole arm begins to hurt. I don't know if it has a specific name. It's called the funny bone. But it's really the ulnar nerve, I think. But it's not funny. So that's a dumb name. When you hurt your tailbone, everything you do makes it hurt more. Cough, pain. Sneeze, pain. Walk, pain. Run, pain. Sit, pain. Stand up, pain. Lie down, pain. Fart, pain. Exist, pain. Hotel, Travago. Gross story time. One time I got an internal fissure up my It healed, but it formed an abscess right up by my tailbone. Doctors had no idea until it had already fixed itself. I'm lucky it didn't go septic. But holy F, the blinding headache whenever I sat, stood up, or squatted was insane. A broken pinky toe because you accidentally kicked a door frame in the middle of the night. In the dark. I broke my big toe while playing football. Soccer. Because I accidentally kicked my friend instead of the ball. This is hurting. I did that. Only it wasn't in the middle of the night. Or in the dark. It was just outside the shower as I was trying to get my underwear off. When you hit your toe on the table leg. Or, if you're a short girl, when your lady part hits the edge of the table. I often hit one of my hips on tables or recently a bed frame. That hit you to the core. If you're a short girl, when your lady part hits the edge of the table. For some reason this sounds hilarious. Then I remember I've banged my dick against doorknobs and shelf edges as well. It's not fun. I ain't no woman and somehow I can relate to that pain.